What's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of GNG News. So, hands on with Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, the Pokemon Go follow up to Niantics want to run for decades. Pokemon Go creators Niantics have made another similar sort of game, which is basically a Harry Potter game called Wizards Unite. And I'm just going to read you this article about it. So, when Pokemon Go first blazed to life back in the incredible summer of 2016, developers Niantics found itself with a monster success beyond its wildest expectations. Built from the bones of Ingress, launched 3 years earlier, Niantic's own globe-covering tech was a perfect match for the globally known Pokemon franchise. The result, pop culture phenomenon, put location gaming on the map and launched a pocket money spinner, still raking in cash today. Now, another 3 years later, Niantics want to do it all over again, and this time do it even better. When Harry Potter Wizards Unite launches sometime in 2019, so some point later this year, it will do so in a far more robust state than Pokemon Go did. The latter's minimum set of launch features remains unchanged for a nearly year, while Niantic staffed up and established its creation. A year in which a chunk of its audience moved on, playing a better version of Wizards Unite. It already feels as deep and well-rounded as Pokemon Go does in its third year, with layers of familiar and fresh feeling ideas and servers that most play ball. Let's start with those fresh features. As it's here, Wizards Unite identifies identity really lies. Yes, it's a location-based mobile game in which your character moves around a map of your area as you do, with points of interest to help you get your bum off your sofa and into your local neighborhood. But where's Pokemon Go's ethos reflects its franchise, particularly strengths collecting and competitive battling, Wizards Unite reflects Harry Potter's with a focus firmly on collaborative gaming and gameplay and a notable slab of narrative storytelling. So, Wizards Unite has no teams, no houses to compete against, no competitive spellcasting against another player. Everyone is on the same side working together as part of the Statute of Secrecy, so SOS, task force, a group formed by top wizards to hunt down and make safe dangerous artifacts littered around the world wide. Players choose from three classes, so you can be an aura, which are best at spellcasting and defeating dark wizards, a magizoologist, a tanky support, best at tackling magical beasts, and the professor, a class with a deep magical knowledge. Each has their own skill tree, which you can invest into and switch between at will. So it's cool that you have a skill tree so you can develop your character. There's a better sense of character development. Potterheads will be intrigued by the game's story, which takes place roughly in the modern day and begins with grown-up Aura Harry Potter sending you off to investigate a magical event known as the Calamity, which has conjured up Fondables. The magical items, creatures, and characters you'll be finding across the world, but also apparently disappeared. Others, a teaser for the game I saw mentioned the mysterious vanishing of a group named the London Five. Gameplay shown included lots of characters between new NPCs, which is non-playable characters. While Niantics promised we'd be seeing plenty of familiar faces with the Wizarding World pop-up too, Fondables are littered across the map like Pokemon and appear as icons reflecting the type of encounter they contain. It could be a trapped demiguise as seen in Fantastic Beasts, which you must cast a Alohomora to free, or it could be an enemy like a Death Eater or a werewolf, or a vision of a creepy Dementor attacking prisoner of Azkaban Harry Potter, which you'll need to defend. Encounters begin by lining up a AR reticle to lock onto the Fondable, then feature a series of spellcasting movements to be copied via the touchscreen. The tougher the encounter, the more of these you'll need as you wave your wand to cast spells to attack and then quickly swipe to protego yourself when you need to defend. It's a more involved form of encounter than simple curveballs from Pokemon Go, perhaps less suited to being on the go, but as with Pokemon Go, AR is entirely optional and switching it off may speed things up. So as you can see here, This is a screenshot for the game. So, judging off this, there's obviously a compass, so it tells you what direction you're going in, same as Pokemon Go. There's also a weather indicator, so it says on here that when this image was taken, it was sunny and partially cloudy, so it's going to indicate the weather. And from this screenshot, it says more care of magical creatures traces have been found. So, as if you look around, he's got these houses that are popped up. You can also level up your character. You have tasks and items as well that you can obviously collect. The graphics look a lot better than Pokemon Go. I will say that. Anyways, with your Thunderbolt secured, you'll unlock it in your registry less a Pokedex and more a Panini sticker book with pages for care of magical creatures, dark arts, Hogwarts School, Legends of Hogwarts, Ministry of Magic, Zoology, magical games and sports, mysterious artifacts, wonders of the wizarding world, and oddities. Few. Niantics has promised at least 100 of these encounters will be in the game at launch. With more to come, you'll find they'll spawn are tied to weather, time of day, biometrics, but also some cleverly moon phases. You want a werewolf encounter? Yes, you absolutely need to go to find out. On a night where it's a full moon, many Thunderbolts require you to encounter them multiple times to unlock their registry entry, and with it, uncovering more of your game story and more answers to why the calamity occurred. The toughest Thunderbolts are locked away in the fortress, seamlessly permanent raid-like locations which offer numerous dungeon floors to progress through as a team. You'll need a item named a runestone gained from easier Thunderbolt encounters to enter here. Niantic shied away from the term raid, which is obviously from Pokemon Go, when I asked how Fortress compared. They are a real-time activity for up to 5 players at a specific location, but it practices fortresses more an illustration of how Wizards Unites differ from Pokemon Go and how it lives up to its own name. Each floor or room of a fortress has a set of enemies within it, some better suited to your class than others. It's on you to unite a team of witches and wizards, which skill points different in class. So your aura can take on the Death Eaters, while your Magi Zoologist takes on those pixies. Players pick an enemy and they want to fight until there are none left. Time runs out or your party is defeated. Complete one floor and it's then on to the next, with rewards and difficulties ramping up as you progress. You'll need magical energy to cast your spells, help of potions to heal yourself, and brew helpful effects such as a poison that gives damage over time. It's here the more familiar features of Niantic's toolkit comes into play. Dotted around your world map, Wizards Unite Overworld is more animated than of Pokemon Go, with postal letters flying overhead and smoke curling from chimneys of nearby buildings. These buildings are inns where you'll pick up food items like cakes, which are converted into spell energy, but we're not sure why. Greenhouses where you'll find potion ingredients like sneezewort and scurvy grass. One final location type, landmarks, denote an open area more like to spawn particular Thunderbolts. So as you can see here, there's a boot, and this is the progression tree if you were a professor, so defense against the dark arts. I believe this is the screen for like when you're ranking up. So as you can see here, this person is currently at rank 2 and they're at Hagrid's hut where they're trying to essentially gain all the animals. As you might expect, Wizards Unite's landmarks, inns, greenhouses, and fortresses are represented using the same Niantic location database as used in Pokemon Go and Ingress. Indeed, one fortress location is I battled. I remember having spun as a Pokemon stop earlier in the day. What I didn't expect from the game was the notable inclusion of Warner Brothers San Francisco as partner developer. While still a mobile game, Wizards Unite character models, visual effects, and sound designs are a mark above the game's Niantics has developed by itself. The game's instructions introductions have Harry is voiced by a fairly convincing sound alike for Daniel Radcliffe. Magical creatures and enemies are rendered in far greater detail than the relatively simplistic models of Pokemon Go creatures and trainers, and when creating your profile, you get to snap a photo of yourself and apply Harry Potter themed clothing and accessories on your head, some of which will be earned through in game achievements. Snape Vulture hat, please. Perhaps the flashiest the game looks is in its port keys. So port keys are obviously something that exists in the Harry Potter universe. They're used to teleport. So teleportation items you'll pick up, you'll need keys to unlock. The description of how this works was a little fuzzy, but sounded something along the lines to Pokemon Go's eggs and incubators. When unlocked, you can summon a AR portal in front of you to walk through and then find yourself within a familiar location from the Wizarding world, like Ollivander's shop or Dumbledore's office. There you can hunt around and explore to find hidden treasure. In a press release, Niantics describes Wizards Unite as a game with a deep multi-year narrative arc. In person, Niantics products marketing boss Archid Bagava said it had been designed as a Harry Potter fans forever game designated to last decades. The current plan for Pokemon Go, decades also. When asked about microtransactions, Bahava told me the specifics were still to be dedicated and to be decided, but you'll be able to play all day as with Pokemon Go with no pressure to pay more in the game. In-game purchases will be tailored to those who want to speed up efficiency at a guess. I can already see how runestones and portkeys feel similar to Pokemon Go's big sellers like raid passes and incubators. But for all of that remains to be seen, as little frustratingly, Niantic is still keeping the launch of Wizards of still keeping the launch of Wizards Unite as vague as 2019's logic would suggest another summer launch for this outdoor game, which means despite the pretty comparison looks, we're still a way away yet. When it does arrive, though, it will do so in 19 languages. That's crazy. So this is going to be based all over the world like Pokemon Go. Another sign Niantic has learned from the slow rollout of Pokemon Go worldwide. Can Niantic capture lightning in a bottle again with a dizzying feature set and years of learning behind it? Wizards Unite is a safe bet to dominate phones this summer, at least for a spell. So let me know what you think about this, guys. I know a lot of people are hyped for this because Harry Potter is a very big franchise. It has a lot of fans, and a lot of people are very interested in playing Harry Potter and would like a game like this because obviously they haven't made a Harry Potter game for several years. The graphics are a lot better than Pokemon Go. It seems a lot more fleshed out than Pokemon Go. There's a lot more character development. The art style obviously seems to be better. So hopefully this comes out at some point this year, as it's detailed 2 in 2019. So let me know if you guys are going to be downloading this or not. I may do when it comes out just to see what it's like and have a go at playing it. But still. And let me know what team you're going to be if you do start playing this game. Thank you for watching another episode of GMG News. Shout out to Eurogamer. Big shout out to Tom Phillips. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications if you haven't done already. Like this video if you think it deserves a like. Share it with your friends if you want other people to see this. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if there's anything you want me to do in the next episode of GMG News, and I'll be happy to oblige. I'm pretty good at getting back to people and replying. Put up a couple of different videos yesterday as I watched obviously that Michael Jackson documentary and a lot of stuff that's been going on. So I thought I'd comment on that. But I'll see you all in the next episode, guys. Have a good day.